Sit down, Jerry.
All right.
Make yourself comfortable.
Thank you. Oh. Okay. So now you're gonna tell me how you got the moniker or the name, the Humble Farmer.
Let's go back to January 18th, 1936, when I was born.
Do we have to go back that far? I just want to know why they call you the Humble Farmer.
You've got to get a little history first.
Okay.
I was
Go ahead.
born 7 houses up the road from here during a blizzard in 1936. I was raised within 7 houses of here. I went to school here in the town of St. George.
Well, let me go back. Were you a cute baby?
Well, I was a wiggler. I didn't date much, so I don't think that I was all that attractive.
You were a wiggler?
I was a wiggler. I was a squirmer too.
A squirmer. Were you very photogenic?
Well, as I said, I was a squirmer.
Do you have any siblings?
Yes. I have brothers and sisters too.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Brothers and sisters. How many of each?
I have 2 baby sisters and 1 baby brother.
You grew up here. You went to school down the street.
Up the road.
Up the road. All right. And so you obviously went to high school here.
I went to high school at St. George High School. I bought a 1919 Model T Ford for $10.
Well, it's too bad you don't have that today. It'd be worth some money.
It seems to me you don't recall riding into the dooryard in it just a short while ago.
That truck?
That's the same one I bought in 1951.
For $10.
For $10.
Well, that's a good deal.
Well, I'm still waiting to get my money out of it.
Oh my goodness.
I had another Model T Ford. I had a 1926 touring car.
Really?
And one day, coming home from school, I was driving on 3 tires and 1 rim. Back in those days, when your tire would go flat, you just continue on your way on the rim. And the wooden spoke shattered in the right front wheel, and that Model T flipped right over, end for end.
Were you okay?
I was. I played for a dance in Rockland that night. I didn't dare tell my mother I had rolled over on the Model T until after the dance.
So you crashed the car. It's too bad because if you had that car, that might be worth something today.
What do you mean? I still got it. I don't throw away nothing.
You still have that car?
Of course.
That you rolled?
Yes.
Where is it at?
Out in the Davis Memorial Garage.
You don't throw anything away, do you?
No.
Yeah, you do. I just can't believe you just don't throw anything away. So, okay, so you have these cars, and then you're in high school.
I was in high school.
And you graduated.
St. George High School in 1953.
And then after that, where'd you go? What'd you do?
I worked in a hardware store for a couple of years, and then I went in the Coast Guard for 2 years.
Well, how'd you like the Coast Guard?
I'm not a military person. I couldn't take the regimentation. I need a nap in the afternoon.
Okay, I'm with you on that. I don't know if I needed one back then, but I sure need one nowadays. But anyhow, so you're in the Coast Guard, and you still have your driving around your Model T, I'm sure, right?
No. I had a 49 Chevrolet when I was in the Coast Guard.
Was that a nice car? You like that car?
Well, I've still got it.
Come on, you don't still have it.
I do. I never throw nothing away.
I still don't believe it. You don't throw anything away. But, okay, so anyway, so continuing on.
After I was in the Coast Guard, I worked on what they called a skin boat out of Rockland. It was called the Victory Chimes. It was a passenger boat that would take out 20, 30 passengers every week. And my job was to clean things up and mop the decks. And there would be 20 or 30 passengers, usually young girls from Boston, who signed aboard hoping they would meet a nice young rich doctor or lawyer.
Why do they call it a skin boat?
They call it a skin boat because most of the people who go on the boat take off everything but a bathing suit and lay outside in their skin. And I gotta tell you, Stevie J, it was the best job I ever had in my life.
Okay. I didn't have any openings. That's a joke! Never mind. And is that when you became the Humble Farmer?
No.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
After I worked on the skin boat, I went to college. I went to a music college in upstate New York at a place called Potsdam. And after 2 years, I flunked out of music college because I couldn't learn how to play. My fingers would not play the clarinet, so it sounded good. after I flunked out of college, I earned enough money working in the cement plant to buy a one-way ticket to Sweden. My father came from Sweden, and I still have a lot of cousins, and I used to have aunts there in 1960. So I went over to Sweden. They didn't know I was coming. So it was a big surprise to everybody when I showed up there and said, feed me for 6 months.
So did they feed you?
They did, and they taught me how to speak Swedish.
So can you still speak
I do.
in Swedish? Well,
I
say
do.
something in Swedish.
Välkommen till barnens hörnet.
Okay, I don't know what you said or if it even means anything. What does it mean?
Welcome to the children's corner.
Oh, you're kidding!
No, welcome to barnens hörnet.
He could be making this up, but I don't care. I like it.
I do too. When I came home, I went to night school, and I got my grades up good enough because I wasn't playing clarinet, so that they accepted me in day school. So I was able to graduate from Gorham State Teachers College. I have taught everything from 3rd grade to teachers. I have taught behavior modification and linguistics to teachers for recertification credit.
And at that point, is that when you became the humble farmer?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
In 1970, I bought this house. I'd lived here a couple of years when it came to pass that people started talking on CB radios. Gramp Wiley lived next door. His handle, that's his code name, was Gramp Wiley. I was going to be the bushwhacker because I cut bushes with my tractor. But there already was a man called the bushwhacker, so I decided to be the humble farmer. I was writing personals for the Maine Times. Every week I'd write a different personal. It might say, antique dealer seeks attractive young woman interested in one nightstand. The people up at public radio were cutting them out and pasting them on the wall. Every week they had a big roll of the humble farmer's little personals. And they were cutting out these plaintive cries from the humble farmer for female companionship. And one day, my neighbor came over to my front lawn where I was standing and told me that they were playing something on public radio that kind of upset her. I called them up, and with great feigned indignation, I asked why they were playing this particular person singing songs that my neighbor didn't like.
So it was offensive.
It was offensive to her. And they said, woo, 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 we don't have anything to do with it. It comes to us from Boston on microfiche or something. And in the same breath they said, how would you like to do a program on Maine Public Radio? Later, when I started to write for newspapers and when I was on the radio, they said, what do you want to call your column? What do you want to call your radio program?
And you called it?
The Humble Farmer.
The Humble Farmer.
Remember that.
Well, Robert, you have had a very interesting life.
And it ain't over yet.
No, it's not over yet, and I'm sure this was the abridged story that you gave me. But this being your birthday in all 80 years, congratulations.
Let's go have some birthday
Birthday cake.
Follow me.
I'll follow you.